What happens when two women who met in a tiny LA apartment broke the rules and built empires from scratch? Sit down to reflect on the journey. Today, Meghan reunites with Kitsch founder Cassandra Terswell in one of her most powerful conversations yet. I'll never forget it. 16 years ago, LA, I was doing auditions. You were organizing closets and you showed up with this calming energy and the perfect pair of shoes. Cassandra said, Heather called me and said, Can you help Megan pick something to wear? I still remember you trying those heels on, saying, Do you think these are too bold? To which Megan replied, and I wore them to my suits audition. I always say they were my lucky shoes. It's surreal how a simple moment like that became the beginning of so much more. In a world where fame and fortune often overshadow the foundation, Megan and Cassandra's story began with connection, creativity, and a shared hustle. You started Kitsch with what? $30,000? Cassandra said, Exactly. No investors, no fancy co-founders, just me. Packaging air ties in my apartment and shipping them out between emails. It was my eighth business attempt. I had failed so many times before. And Megan says, and yet you kept going. That's what people don't see. The long nights, the tears, and why am I doing this moments. You don't build something lasting by waiting to be discovered. You build it anyway. Tell them about how you got into Ulta. That's what Megan asked. That's one of my favorite stories. OMG, oh my gosh, Cassandra said. I cold emailed a buyer. I couldn't afford a trade show booth, so I said, let me take you to lunch instead. She agreed. I showed her our stuff at a table, not a showroom. Megan replied, Wow, that's bold and brilliant. And it worked, Cassandra said. One shelf turned into 100 stores, then 1,000. But I never lost that direct line to the customer. Even now, I read reviews, I write notes. That connection matters. In an industry dominated by massive beauty conglomerates, Cassandra built a multi-million-dollar brand by betting on relationships and on herself. Yeah, they always say how you build that rapport with your customer. That is what really, will ensure that you have a long-lasting business. And a lot of people, they realize that, it is good to build that foundation. So Cassandra and Terswell reunite to talk bootstrapping and beauty. They always say pull someone up by their bootstrap, So on their latest episode of Confessions of a Female Founder, Megan Sussex, spoke to Cassandra for a candid conversation about business, motherhood, and resilience. Their story began long before Suits or Sephora, as I was saying to you. Back when Megan was hustling for auditions and Cassandra was styling closets in a rented Los Angeles bungalow. 16 years ago, Megan was an actress auditioning for roles. Cassandra, then just starting out, answered a call from her cousin Heather to help organize Megan's wardrobe. Megan still remembers the shoes Cassandra found for her. They weren't just stylish. They became her lucky pair for the audition that would change her life. That kind of memory sticks, and that kind of connection matters. From handmade hair ties to national retailers. When Cassandra started Kitsch, she had no investors, no outside funding, and only 30,000 in savings. It was her eighth attempt at launching a business. This time, she trusted her gut. She made hair ties by hand, designed her own packaging, and shipped orders out of her apartment. She didn't have a roadmap, but she had clarity. She wanted to create products people loved and, more importantly, reordered. Yes. Repeat business, that's always important. She landed her first major order from Nordstrom Kids. Was Kids a kids brand? No, but the order was profitable, and bootstrapping requires saying yes to what keeps the lights on. Her next big break came when she cold emailed a buyer at Ulta. Instead of renting a pricey trade show booth, Cassandra offered to meet at a local restaurant. The buyer said yes. That single shelf placement grew into full displays in stores across the country. Kitsch became a brand that reimagined everyday beauty staples, from silk pillowcases to spa headbands. Cassandra calls it hair care as a lifestyle, offering everything your hair touches from morning to night. The products feel thoughtful because they are. Meghan praised this attention to detail, drawing a parallel to her own early days making fruit preserves and sending lemon baskets to friends. The products were different, but the purpose was the same. When you're bootstrapped, you actually can't be in a hurry. You need to make sure that it's profitable. That's what Cassandra said. Motherhood changed the way she led. Success didn't stop the struggle. Cassandra opened up about the challenges of becoming a mother while her business was scaling fast. After giving birth to her daughter Tula, she faced postpartum anxiety and felt torn between being present at home and staying visible at work. It took her years and a lot of inner work to find her footing again. She eventually learned to set boundaries. Before motherhood, she struggled to give honest feedback to employees or enforce structure. She admits she didn't want to be disliked. That changed. Now she leads with what she calls sensible optimism, a phrase that perfectly captures her belief in persistence without delusions. She encourages young entrepreneurs to stay focused on the outcome they want, even when the path gets dark. That approach shaped how she raised her daughter. When Tula wanted money for something fun, Cassandra didn't just hand it over. She asked her to create a business plan. Tula came up with the idea of selling candy kebabs and later sold lemons from their tree to raise funds for California wildfire relief. Meghan was visibly moved by this story and joked that she also had a lemon tree. Maybe there's something symbolic in that. Oh, that is so sweet, right? So, this episode, so we continue now to say, this episode of Confessions of a Female Founder is about the roots that nourish success, the resilience required to grow without shortcuts, and the relationships that make the journey meaningful. Meghan Sussex and Cassandra Thurswell didn't just share memories, they offered a masterclass in patience, purpose, and partnership. For anyone building something from scratch, their conversation is a reminder that slow can be strong and that blooming begins underground. Remember, they always say, what's it saying? Slow and steady wins the race. Yes. You must know your plan, know what you're about, right? So I'm so proud of, of Meghan and what they're doing. Meghan was saying to Cassandra, I'm so proud of you. You have stayed true to your vision. You have built with purpose and you have done it all with heart. Cassandra in return said, that means everything coming from you. We have both come a long way. But I think the best part is we haven't forgotten who we were before the world was watching. From side hustles to shelf space, from lemon trees to legacy, this conversation is a reminder that success starts with belief, grit, and one brave yes. So, yes, guys, isn't this amazing? Yes, that's what it is, right? You have to believe in yourself. You have to have that gut feeling that, yes, this is going to work. This is what I want. And that's what Meghan did. And that's what Cassandra did. And right now, they're both very successful. They have their plan. They know they work towards it. And yes, so guys, go out there and watch Confessions of a Female Founder. That's Meghan. I think it's the penultimate episode in the series. So yes, we are enjoying all the series so far. And hashtag COAFF, Confessions of a Female Founder. COAFF. Yes, so we love that. So yes, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Subscribe for more bold stories from unstoppable women. Yes, we're promoting women. Bye, guys.